Everyone is overthinking. People tell us that we are. We know we are. You probably overthink your social media content, that email you have to send, or maybe even the project you're working on. There's all these long videos on YouTube trying to fix your overthinking, and it's very complicated. You have to read all these books and follow all these steps. And those things, they never worked for me. Only one thing ever worked for me, and we've actually tested it with our students. If you don't know, I'm Justin. I run a large production school called Cosmic Academy. We're an artist development program. Been around for over 10 years. We have over 650 amazing artists, and they get incredible results. They sign to the biggest labels like Toolroom, Armada, Monstercat, Anjuna. They play the biggest shows. They play Ultra, they play in Ibiza. We said 3 students play EDC. And what's incredible is we're able to take a method and try it out with them, see if it works in the real world. And this method for overthinking, I try it with my students and it works incredibly well. So how to do it? How do we fix overthinking? The first thing, you need to smash that subscribe button. I check the analytics. Some of you watch these videos, but you're not subscribed. You're probably missing out on a really good one, so hit the bell, subscribe. I don't want you to miss the next one. Okay, so how do we stop overthinking? Everyone today is in their heads, right? They're overthinking, they're lost in their thoughts. And that's a killer to you making progress. There's a famous phrase, paralysis via analysis. People become paralyzed because of their thoughts. They spend too much time in thought and not enough time in action. And then they struggle to get shit done. They struggle to finish the song, they struggle to finish the content, they struggle to get the work done. We all know how to think, but what we have to do a lot of times is take action. And I really need this part to hit home, so pay attention. Thinking is the opposite of acting. In order to get out of your head, you need to act. And this is a skill like anything else that you have to practice and build on and get better at. Call it your action skill, your action practice. In order to decrease the overthinking, you have to start acting faster. You won't just stop overthinking altogether. It doesn't just disappear. But what happens is over time, you just practice overthinking less and less. Let me give you an example of what we're talking about, and then we'll kind of dive more into the exact way to fix it. I used to deal with a lot of social anxiety, but more so in the way of overthinking. Maybe you can relate, but I would go to like a party or a bar or an event. I might want to go talk to someone across the venue, across the bar. Maybe it's a pretty girl, maybe it's a colleague or a business contact. But I'd start overthinking it. Well, maybe I should say this, or maybe I should say that. And then what if they respond, and then how will I respond? And I'd be paralyzed. Paralysis via analysis. And you know what? I'd end up just standing there, not talking to anyone, not doing any action. And that's a very small example of overthinking. And what I needed to do, and what we need to do, is force ourselves into action. So I started doing this thing, and this is truly the heart, the core of the fix. So I hope you take it and try it too. First, you have to identify that you're overthinking. You kind of know when you are sometimes, and that's when you have to identify it and stop yourself. You've done so much thinking, or you're overthinking, you're analyzing, and wait, I'm overthinking. I'm realizing, I'm identifying it. And once you identify, you count 3, 2, 1. And then you have to do it. You have to do the thing. For instance, if I'm at a bar and I do see that person I want to say something to, I've done so much thinking, I've identified, okay, you're overthinking. 3, 2, 1. Go. And the approach, the conversation, whatever, it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But done is better than perfect. And over time, you get better and better through practice, the practicing of the action. Now let's bring this back to your music career. The same applies with literally everything. Maybe you type up your pitch email to the label and then you start overthinking it. Should I send it? Should I wait? Is it good enough? Identify that you're overthinking. Step 1. And then once you've identified it, 3, 2, 1, go. Maybe you've made content for social media and then you start overthinking it. Well, I don't know if this is any good. Is anyone gonna like this? Should I change it? Identify that you're overthinking. 3, 2, 1, go. Give yourself the countdown and spring into action. Like we said before, it won't be perfect, but it'll be done. And at the end of the day, you'll be much better and much further along than the person that just keeps overthinking and never doing. They're stuck in paralysis via analysis. People will continue to overthink, be paralyzed, and go nowhere. Think about making your records. Think about when you're making a song in this way. I have students that never get to step 10, the finished product. Why? Because they're stuck on step 3, overthinking. You ever get into that situation? Do you ever not get to step 10 because you're just stuck on step 2, step 4, step 3, and you're just overthinking it? Smash that like button. I know you've been there. Let me know in the comments. I know you've been there. It's like you might get stuck in the writing phase, or you're tweaking the same snare drum for 3 weeks and you're just, again, overthinking it, where you just say, 3, 2, 1, move on. And little by little, you will get better and better at identifying and calling yourself out on the overthinking. You'll get better and better and better at springing into the action. Start practicing this in little things in your life. For example, sometimes I'll take out a shirt I want to wear for the day, and then I'm like, I don't want to wear that. And instead of immediately putting it back, I'll overthink it. I'll say, oh, when I clean my apartment in a couple of days, I'll put everything away. No, that's overthinking. Just spring to action. 3, 2, 1, just put it away. And the more that you can incorporate doing these little things, identifying the overthinking, springing into action, you're going to get better at it with everything, with your music, with your social anxiety, with you being hesitant to send that email. You're gonna be better at being paralyzed by the analysis. And that's how you grow, that's how you evolve, and that's how you get better. So add this tool to your tool belt. Try it on the small stuff. Little by little, it's gonna help you with the big stuff. And as you get better at the overthinking, and you combine that with some great hard work, then you're gonna see incredible results. But there's a really, really sad truth about hard work, and I've got a whole video on that. So watch that next, because hard work alone is not really what you think. So that's gonna pop up over here. Watch that video now, and I'll see you in there.